Hey guys, it's me, Cadence, and today I'm here with my little sister Ellie, and
Can I get my stool?
yeah, you can get your stool. And we're going to be doing like a cooking show video. And let me know if you're gonna want to see more of these in the future. All right, don't put those down. Put those down. All right, Ellie, do you want to tell them what we're making today? What are we making?
We are making cheesecakes, and only one.
She keeps saying cheesecakes. We're making a no-bake pecan pie cheesecake. Yep. Okay, guys, so you do know me. I'm Cadence. What's your name?
Ellie.
This is Ellie. This is my little sister. How old are you?
5.
So we're 10 years apart. And
Yep.
oh my goodness. Okay, be careful. She gets on my nerves sometimes, but I love her. All right. Back to the cooking. Okay, so first thing I did is I just got a dish and I rubbed some unsalted butter on the bottom and the edges and then put some parchment paper on the bottom.
And guys,
So-
you have to roll up your sleeves.
Yep, we rolled up our sleeves. We're cooking in our jammies. And I greased it and put some parchment paper so that it doesn't stick. Okay, I will put pictures of recipe in my community tab if y'all want to make the same cheesecake. But first we have some Ritz crackers and graham crackers.
Yep.
The Ritz crackers will add some salt to kind of balance
our
out all the
mom.
sweet. That was our mom. She's giggling at us. The Ritz crackers will balance out some of the sweetness of all the cheesecake with the salt on it. And then we also have graham crackers in here. Okay, so we're gonna put all of our crackers in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag, and now we're gonna crush them. Okay, so now we are going to melt our unsalted butter. For our crust, we need 5 tablespoons, so we're gonna go ahead and melt it in the bowl. We're gonna heat it up in the microwave in 15-second increments to make sure we don't burn the butter. Okay, so she's being silly, but we just crushed all of our crackers, and we're gonna measure them because we need 2.5 cups. Get down. Okay, so now we need to measure this because we need 2.5 cups of the crackers. Okay, now we have our 5 tablespoons of butter melted. We're going to measure this out and put it in our bowl. We need 2.5 cups. Okay, so we didn't quite crush enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and crush a few more. Okay, so now we're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar to our crust mixture. So a big kitchen spoon about this size is about 2 tablespoons, so we're gonna add that. And now we're gonna take a fork and we're going to mix the butter. We're gonna mix the butter, the brown sugar, and the graham cracker crumbs all together. Okay, so, scoot over, Ellie. We poured our crust mixture into our dish, and now we're gonna take the bottom of our measuring cup.
Oh, it smells so good.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
And we're just going to press
Down.
it all down and pack it all in there. You can also use your clean hands, which I will transition to in a little bit just because it makes it a little easier to get into the little
And me
edges.
too.
Yep.
You try and I try. We always try again.
All right, so we're gonna finish packing this in there and we'll start on the filling. Okay, so now we're gonna take 24 ounces of softened cream cheese,
My God.
and we're going to whip it until fluffy. Okay guys, it's editing cadence. So around this time, Ellie decided to just like pop out. And she was gone for like the rest of the video. But that's where she went. So now I'm going to let that chill for 3 hours before we get started on the topping. Okay, so in our cream cheese, I've added 3/4 cup of powdered sugar, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a 1/4 teaspoon each of nutmeg and cloves. I also added half a tablespoon of vanilla. Now we're going to beat it all until smooth and combined. Now that it looks like this, I'm ready to move on to the next step. Now in a slightly smaller bowl, I'm going to whip a cup of heavy cream until stiff peaks form. So stiff peaks should be movable, so my favorite way to test it is just... And we're good. So now I'm going to scrape this, put it in my cream cheese mix, and then I'm going to whip it all together. It says fold, but I find that putting my hand mixer on a relatively high speed and whipping it all together makes sure everything stays fluffy. Okay, so now that my filling is done, I'm going to spread it over the crust and put it in the refrigerator for a few hours. So now I'm going to let that chill for 3 hours before we get started on the topping. Alright, my cheesecake is just about done cooling, so that I know I can start on my topping now. So let's start that. So around here I got like so in the zone of finishing my cheesecake that I completely forgot to do the rest of it on camera. But I'm going to be putting the recipe in a community post and probably in the video too if you want to see it, so you can make it yourself.